and I'm inside the new school kitchen. And I'm about to pull dinner together, and I felt like it was really important to show you my 3-ingredient, absolutely delicious tortillas, gluten-free, grain-free, that I'm recipe perfecting to go inside my membership, the New School Kitchen, for next month in May. At the end of a really hard, tough day, oftentimes the last thing that we want to do is cook a nourishing meal for ourselves. And there are people who live to come home and cook a super healthy meal every single night, and I think those people are amazing. I'm actually not one of them. I do manage to cook the healthy meal because I can't stand feeling crappy in my body, and I can't stand feeding my family crappy food all the time. We eat some crappy food sometimes. Full disclosure here. So I threw together a quick dinner in the midst of my chaos and my stained shirt and the teeth I'm not entirely sure I brushed today, to show you that I'm so human and I can do this. And if I can do this, I promise you can do this. Are you ready for the tortillas? Okay, so Vitamix. Kind of important for this recipe to have a high-speed quality blender. I do think you could probably use a, what do they call those other things, food processor? And you want plantains that are yellowish greenish. So you can get really green ones that are super hard. Those are not perfect for this. These are in between. They're a little green, a little yellow, a tiny bit of give. And then really ripe ones, these guys that are black, these are amazing for frying up, but these are not good for this recipe. We want a little bit of starchiness in our plantain for these delicious tortillas. Okay, super easy. Basically, the tortilla is our grain. It's our starch. It's our flour. No flour in this. Flour-free. Just good old-fashioned, amazing, sometimes hard to peel. Of course, on camera, I get a really hard to peel one. Let's just use this one. Plantains. These tortillas can be done with eggs or without. So there's a vegan variation, or if you're just sensitive to eggs, as I am. The egg-free version uses cream of tartar and baking soda, which is an amazing replacement for egg in certain recipes. Oil. I'm using olive oil, but coconut oil would be really good in this. I have coconut in another ingredient in the recipe in the chicken that I pulled together. And, oh, I forgot about the water, you guys. A couple of tablespoons of water in this recipe helps the batter just thin out a little bit and be able to run through the blender. 3 ingredients. This is the essence of a good recipe as far as I'm concerned. If you want to be consistent with your eating nourishing, real, nutrient-dense foods, you have got to get behind 5-ingredient or less recipes that you use over and over again and change up. And I'm going to show you what I did with my protein as soon as we get these plantain tortillas in the oven. I forgot a critical ingredient. These would not taste good without a little salt. Okay, so we've got our batter made. And these tortillas go in a hot oven for 10 minutes. That's it. And they're done. They're super fast. Parchment paper, cookie sheet. I would use a much larger one. I'm just using the small one to demo this for you. Can you see what I'm doing? So I took about a 1/4 cup measuring spoon, and I spooned the batter onto the tray, and I flattened it out a little bit. You gotta leave it a little bit thick. I don't know, 1/4 inch maybe. I'm kind of bad at those things. But like a piece of flatbread. Let's call it that, like a piece of flatbread. We're kind of making flatbread. These can be tortillas, they can be wraps, they can be flatbreads. Ooh, you could put like Nutella and bananas on them if you ate Nutella. Okay, so I'm just gonna do 2 of these puppies, and I have some in the oven that I baked earlier to test out the egg-free version for my egg-free friends. A 425 oven, so it's pretty hot. Pop them in, and I'm going to show you what the finished ones look like that I baked earlier. Oh, they got kind of brown, you guys. They shouldn't be this brown. I left them in the oven too long. So they puff up. They turn this beautiful yellow color when you don't overcook them, and I'll taste them. But look at how pliable, foldable. They're a little bit chewy too. This batch came out good. I actually kind of like, oh, gross. I like overcooking them a little bit because I think it makes them chewy. This is the one I'm going to work with and make some soft tacos. Oh, it's Tuesday. I'm not even sure I planned that. Taco Tuesday, everyone. Do you do Taco Tuesday? This is a great night to mix and match any ingredients. Put a bunch of crap out on the table, all the leftovers, veggies, whatever, and let people just add stuff to their plantain tortillas. They are getting nutrients in their plantain tortillas, and this acts as the starch of the meal. You don't have to do rice, and you don't have to do tortilla chips if you do these. No, rice and tortilla chips are not evil, but they're not nutrient dense. They actually don't work in a lot of bodies. The tortilla chips are cooked in crappy oils, even if you buy them organic, and they're just not doing anything for you. They may even be contributing to inflammation in the body. So replacing grains and refined carbohydrates like tortilla chips with something like this, it goes a long way to helping your body feel more awesome. One of the things I do is prep a protein in advance. Sometimes it's pork, sometimes it's chicken, sometimes it's beef, but I slow cook, or I put in the Instant Pot. I'm going to talk about more of the Instant Pot stuff inside the New School Kitchen in the coming year, and cook it down a lot until it shreds. In this case, it was chicken, just plain chicken breasts that I cooked yesterday. Oh my gosh, this is so good. And to tell you the truth, they were kind of dry. And we had them last night, and it was sort of like, this chicken isn't that good. But I made a whole lot of it. And I pulled it, and then I threw it in the skillet tonight with coconut oil and onions and a little bit of cumin and some turmeric for its anti-inflammatory benefits and also the fun color. I did some grated fresh ginger in there with the chicken, and then at the end I put just a little bit of coconut milk to moisten it. And what we ended up with is like this delicious, tender, flavorful, amazing chicken that I will probably turn into a recipe, but I'm explaining it to you so you know that you can make a protein and you don't have to eat it leftover the same way all week long. You could do this with chickpeas, guys, if you don't eat meat. And then just season it differently every single day. Make it pretty neutral and plain. Have fun. We've got our plantain tortilla. Usually they're prettier and more yellow. Sorry. I'm going to put some protein inside of it. My coconut, let's call it a coconut turmeric chicken. I'm really packing it in there. And then, I meant to squeeze a little lime over the chicken, but hey, we'll do it here. We have some avocado here. I could mash it in a bowl with a little bit of this lime and some salt and make a quick guacamole, but you know what? Even that's a little too much for me tonight. So it's just gonna be put on top with the lime that won't come out. I have some leftover dark leafy garlicky greens from my lunch. Those are gonna go in there on the side. Let's see, I have some cilantro to put on the top. Oh, and I pickled some radishes, you guys. So radishes are gonna be everywhere right now. They're so good, they're so local, they're so cheap, they're so affordable. They're not good raw to me. Yeah, I'll put them in the salad, but like they're not my favorite. A quick pickle on a radish. This has apple cider vinegar and maple syrup and some seasonings. A quick pickle on these radishes, and I've suddenly got something tangy to put on top. Here we have, in seriously 15-20 minutes, plantain tortilla with pre-cooked chicken from last night. Remember, if you've got protein on hand, leftover greens from a skillet, pickled radishes, and some avocado, which you should always have on hand. They come apart a little bit, but OMG, you guys. This is really, really good. This was really simple, and this is totally something you can do, I promise you. Thanks for coming, and have an awesome rest of your Taco Tuesday. Bye!